Well, it says go.
It's 6:30.
We're live.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing? Hello, everybody.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Bob.
I'm Kelly.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
You know, we got cocktails. We're ready for a live stream. So let's get this thing going.
Let's live this stream.
Yeah, I didn't know. It's so hard to tell if we're even on. We're on.
We're on.
Okay, cool.
Hi.
So today we just thought we would talk a little bit about DVC. We get a lot of questions about DVC all the time. And, you know, I thought at first that it was going to be really, really complicated. And I remember when we first started going to Disney and we would drive past Old Key West and it would say Disney Vacation Club on it. And I would be like, what's that place? And Kelly's like, that's a vacation club property. I had no clue. I didn't know what that was. And I said, well, can we stay there? She goes, yeah, if you're DVC.
Well, or if you rent points.
Or if you rent points.
I guess at that time when we first discovered DVC, we didn't know that you could actually rent points.
No, you found that out later.
I did.
And you also took, but you could, you know, go on and they would rent you like hotel. It'd be like hotel. You can still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of, you know, you're kind of like,
hey, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
And Stacy.
So you're like going, okay, sounds complicated. Don't want anything to do with it. You walk, you know, you're walking through the parks. You see the little people with their DVC kiosk, and you're just going sad, lonely, sad, sad, lonely people.
You feel sorry for them.
You do.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan. How are you doing? You still awake?
Bright-eyed, bushy tail.
I know.
So, and you're just kind of like going. It was hard to initiate. I was nervous about initiating because I have been to these high pressure, you know, timeshare things. Yes. And, you know, it's just kind of like you really didn't want to get the conversation started because then it's like you feel like you're buying a used car or something like that. So I never really wanted to get that conversation started.
Right. I always thought that when you go to a DVC presentation, that it was going to be like high pressure sales pitch. You have to buy it today. You know, kind of situation.
You're not leaving the room. We have the doors locked until you sign on a contract. You're just, you're not getting out of here.
But what happened was I got an invitation in the mail to go, what is it? Like tour the DVC models.
No.
Yeah.
We didn't tour any models. We went to the DVC place in Disneyland.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, so hey, Discos, how are you, Jennifer? I got an invitation in the mail to go like talk to the DVC people.
Right, to go to a presentation.
Out in California.
In California, because they knew, because we'd already had booked our room. We were staying at Disneyland Hotel. We were going to be there for like 3-4 days. I can't remember how long. But anyway, she got an invitation to come to a presentation. And they offered us $100 gift card to sit through a presentation.
Yeah. Hi, Tiffany.
And she asked me.
Yeah. Would you want to go?
And I said, for $100 gift card, yes.
Yes.
I would totally go because that'll buy us a dinner, you know, at DVC or Disney.
Yeah. And at that time, they were giving the $100 gift card and 3 fast passes per person. Paper fast passes. Way back when they were still doing paper.
Well, no, this was in 2016.
Yeah, it was. But okay, yeah, it was Disneyland, so they're still doing paper.
Yeah, Disneyland still does paper fast passes.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we scheduled a time. We went to see them.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Melinda.
You know, we were hungry. We got a turkey leg on the way, so we were gnawing on turkey leg as we're walking to. This is cool stuff. Okay, trust me.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gnawing on a turkey leg as we're walking towards the DVC place, which is behind the Disneyland Hotel, right by the Frontier Tower. And we get there. I mean, first off, it's hotter than blue blazes. And we are like dying. We're sweating. We're hot. They welcome us in. They're like so sweet and so nice. Do you have an appointment? Yes, we do. Can you have some water? You look hot. You need some water. We took the water. And then they said, would you like something like soda or something? You know, very hospitable.
Yeah.
And said, your guide will be Kenny. He'll be with you in just a minute. So if you'll just have a seat. And plus, the cool thing was, Kai, how old were you then? 2016, she was 9. They had a kids area where they watched your kids while you sat through the presentation.
Right. So kids didn't have to be
So,
bored out
yeah,
of
and
their
they got to
minds.
play and they weren't bouncing off the walls and all sorts of, yeah. Turkey legs are not gross, you know.
Who is Luca Brocchi? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
I have no
I
idea.
don't either.
Anyway, was he in The Godfather?
I don't know, Charlie. You'll have to tell us
Okay, anyway.
because we're clueless.
So anyway, we went, and this was a year that we had already scheduled.
Godfather.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. He sleeps with the fishes.
You should know that because you just watched The
I know.
Godfather.
I know. Anyway, so this was a year we had already scheduled like three
trips.
3 trips to Disney
World, yeah.
Disney World. And so when we got in there and we got to meet Kenny, really great guy. Kenny, if you want to do DVC and you want to go, Disneyland, or just contact Kenny, he's awesome. Hey, King Daddy, what's up?
Hey, King Daddy, how are you guys?
And so the first thing he asked me was like, how many times do you go to Disney? And we had just started cranking up our Disney trips because we had gone like twice the year before. This year we're going to have 3 trips that are already planned and already booked. And he goes, how much did you spend this year? Or how much are you going to spend this year? And I told him, and he was like, you just bought yourself a contract just with paying for that.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Half at least.
Yeah, at least. He goes, you probably almost paid for it just with what you're paying for this year.
And we were like, oh.
And I was, gobsmacked, first off.
Yes, that was a beer. Kelly's drinking a beer.
Just beer. We had pizza earlier.
We did have pizza.
Pizza and beer,
Pizza and beer.
it's like strawberry and peas and carrots, stuff like that. Strawberries and whipped cream.
So kind of long story short.
Too late.
Too late. He puts on this little video, how they do. Check out Animal Kingdom Lodge in this video. I'm going to leave the room, let you guys talk about it.
Yeah.
As soon as he walks out the door, shuts the door, Bob turns to me and he goes, we're doing this today, right? And I was like, what? He's like, we're doing this today. I had no clue, plan, anything that we were going to jump off the diving board
into the pond
that day.
The DVC pond.
It was just kind of like, here we are. And it was super easy.
I know, because he was like, okay, this is how much it is, because we bought Polynesian. We had a choice between Polynesian and Wilderness Lodge. The only difference Wilderness Lodge, Copper Creek. Anyway, the only difference was the maintenance fees were higher at Wilderness Lodge than they were at the Polynesian. So it was a no-brainer. We took that. And we'll talk about maintenance fees later. Anyway, he told us this is how much the contract is. All you got to do is put 10% down. There's nothing. He goes, and then you pay this much a month for the next 10 years.
Right.
And it's basically a car payment. And Kelly and I had just gotten rid of one of our cars.
We did, yeah. And that's another reason why, we can afford to go to Disney as often as we do. We only have one car that we share between the two of us. So we figure, okay, car payment, we only have one car. So it was kind of exactly the same. So it really wasn't that huge of a deal to finance.
We were already used to paying that.
So we bought 120 points.
Right.
At the Polynesian.
Yeah.
We thought at that time that was going to be plenty.
No.
Ended up not being plenty.
No.
Which I'm sure some of you guys have run into that situation too. Because we're like, oh yeah, 120 points.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points. Exactly, Jennifer. There's never enough points.
No.
By the way, if you guys have any questions for us, please just throw them out there in the chat and we'll answer them as they come up.
Yeah. As long as it's not about Luca Brocchi.
Right.
Yeah. Charlie, that was yours. That was your one. That was your
You're
one.
allowed one question.
That
so
was
make
your
it
one.
count.
So sorry.
Yeah. So we bought 120 points at the Polynesian direct and used them so fast, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, right? But we got like 3 trips out of it, but we're gluttons for punishment and we wanted more. So we would still rent points also. And, with the pass holder discounts, you got great room rates. So we would do, just buy the pass, you get the pass holder room rates.
Right.
So
yes, add-on-itis.
Add-on-itis is like it's a real disease. It is.
Yeah. And we also do that. Not as much now. We were using our points and then paying out of pocket for other nights.
Right.
Too, because we actually got into a situation where we were borrowing. Our use year for the poly contract is in December, which sucks. I'm just going to tell you that right now, because you don't get your points until the very end of the year.
Doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother Bob at all. I like to have.
It's all
have
semantics.
my points. So
it's no biggie.
So we don't technically get our points until December, but we got to the point where we were borrowing, from the next year, and I was trying to catch up. So that's when we started looking for a resale contract to add on.
Yeah, and this one was like just kind of
It was a fluke.
Fell into our laps.
That was a meant to be kind of situation.
Yeah, it was just, it was fortunate that we had the funds for it, because the unfortunate situation of my mom passing, we got some inheritance money. So, what are you supposed to do with it? You got to have fun. Gotta have fun.
Yeah.
So even my mom said that. She's like, you guys need to have fun if you get anything. But I plan on spending all my inheritance for my kids.
So I just was looking one day. There was one evening.
Yeah.
We were watching TV. I was kind of rolling through the, the resale market. Found a beach club contract on Fidelity resales.
Mm-hmm.
Not sponsored. And I was like, hey, here's 100-point beach club contract. And they were only asking,
I think it was 135 a point.
135 a point? Yeah.
No, it was 140.
Was it 140? Something like that. It was really reasonable, for beach club.
Yeah.
So I immediately sent.
We offered them 115.
We did. And they
came back with 135.
135. Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I sent an interest kind of email. The gal at Fidelity contacted us the next day.
Yeah, the very next morning I had an email from her. She called, everything, email, call, the whole 9 yards.
And it was kind of like, you guys are the first one. We just listed this contract. You guys are the first ones that inquired about it. I've got like 6 other people
that are behind
you asking about it. It's a really great deal. It was an inheritance kind of situation, I think. We made an offer. They accepted. Bam. We had a beach club contract.
That beach club contract took 3 months.
It took a while.
Yeah, it was like the offer was made, the offer accepted. It was all done within like 3 days. But after that, just the rigmarole of getting hammering out all the details with
the contract number and all of that business.
And then, going through the title companies. And of course, the longest part of it was was Disney, because every resale contract has to go through right of first refusal. So it took like 6 weeks to get, the okie dokie to buy it, because Disney could have took it.
Right. I'm curious to know. Okay, Chris, you just said you guys own at the Poly and the Boardwalk. Where's everybody own their if they own DVC? Where do they own their points at? I'm curious. Kurt and Jody, we started by renting points first to see if we liked the DVC villas.
Love them.
Yeah. So we actually rented points for our anniversary trip at the Polynesian.
Yeah.
And that's when we kind of started saying, what would our home resort want to be if we do this? What would we want as our home resort? And I have to tell you a secret. We did not love the Poly right off the bat.
Nope.
We were kind of like, I don't know what we were smoking that day, but we didn't love it.
It wasn't the
first time we stayed there. So when we went to talk to the DVC guy, he's like, well, I've got the Poly. Mostly it's the Poly. And we're like,
well, and Copper Creek.
And we're like, okay.
Well, we loved Copper Creek.
We did love Copper Creek. So we were like, okay, well, we'll just take the Poly. And after that, we fell in love with it. So I don't know what took us so long.
I don't either, but that's kind of the way, that's my MO anyway. I go to one place and I'm, it's all right. I go to the next time, I go, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
So.
Jen, you guys need to stay at Copper Creek. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's if you have enough points for the 1 bedroom at Copper Creek,
get it.
Get it.
It was like we did that once, and as soon as we walked in, I looked at Kelly and go, "We need more
We're
points.
gonna need some more points." What is that? What is that? There's like a movie or something that says we're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
So we need
it. We're gonna need more
We're
points.
gonna need more points. So it was kind of always in the back of our minds, from then.
To get more points, but in my opinion, it's best to get go through Disney and get that DVC card, because that makes a huge big difference on all your discounts and stuff. Because I know I hear a lot of people talk about maintenance fees. There's like, excuse me, they could raise they could raise your maintenance fees. They can do this. I haven't experienced it since we bought, but yeah, things go up, prices go up, taxes go up. That's all part of the maintenance fees. But they said it's going to be around this much, and it's probably going to stay that way for almost the term of your contract, because the places get older too. So just let me tell you that just by buying the gold card, because if you're a DVC member, you can buy the gold pass holder card that Florida residents get for their price, which is saves like $400 to $500 off a regular annual pass.
Mm-hmm.
So just by buying the gold pass, for me, Kelly, and Kaya, we saved enough to cover the maintenance fees. So it's kind of a wash.
So it kind of makes it. And then we also we do our maintenance fees monthly.
Yeah.
So instead of getting hit with a big,
$750 bill at the end of the year, it's like $60 a month.
Yeah, which is, you spend that on Starbucks.
I spend more than that on Starbucks.
So I'm going to answer a couple.
I spend $60 on one trip.
A couple of questions here. I totally get where you're coming from, Jennifer, about the transportation at Copper Creek, but it's kind of a trade-off, because for one, it's super quiet. The rooms are huge. It's beautiful. They're brand new. If you have enough points to do the one bedroom, like I said, it's one of our absolute favorite places. The boat does take a little extra time, and the buses take a little extra time, but maybe just give it a try and see how you like it.
I love the boats.
Yeah.
And you can take the boats to Contemporary and catch the monorail when the monorail's running. So it's really not that big a deal. Or you just take it to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. So Chris said that they bought Sight Unseen. That is taking a lead.
That's like cojones, dude.
Yeah, because we did a lot of research.
She did.
I'm the research queen over here. So I did a lot of research on where we would want to have our points and things like that. Because really, they do say you really should buy your points where you want to stay. Ideally.
Yeah, but they didn't really give us a choice.
No, they really didn't. Sorry, there's cat hair floating in the air.
We had the choice, Copper Creek or Alani. Could have got the Alani.
We could have, but no.
Why do you want the Alani?
That's too far away.
Yeah. Well, the points were cheap.
Yeah. Let's see. 2-bedroom at Copper Creek, April 7th. That's awesome.
That's amazing. That's going to be awesome.
The only 2-bedroom we've ever stayed in was at Bay Lake Tower.
Oh.
And we rented points for that.
Yeah, we did.
And that was really nice.
It's
awesome
cool
to have the extra space.
Yeah.
No, we do not have the same use year. Our poly contract use year is in December. Our beach club is in April.
Right. So we get points pretty much begin the end of the year and like middle.
Which I actually kind of like.
Yes.
We wanted to have contracts in 2 different neighborhoods.
Yes.
So we either wanted to do Epcot area or Animal Kingdom Lodge for our second contract.
And our third, we want Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. And no, we are not getting kickbacks from this DVC.
If you know how we can, please let me know, because I would love to.
We just wanted to talk about DVC. DVC people love their DVC resorts and talking to other people about DVC. So we thought that we would do a DVC chat if anybody had any questions, or to get info if they were interested in it, or just talk about DVC. Fell in love with Copper Creek, but we go so much that Polly had the best points options. Okay. I totally understand that. We were going to talk about that too, about bang for your buck.
Right.
With points.
Right. Which resorts
give
you the best bang for your buck?
So right now, of course, Old Key West and Saratoga Springs are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck.
Yeah, they are. They're, you know, I first time stayed at Old Key West. I actually like Old Key West a lot. It's very kickback. It's very laid back. You know, people say, oh, it's huge resort. It's huge. You know what? It's not any bigger than Pop Century.
No, it's not. It's manageable.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks huge because there are a lot of buildings. But I tell you what, the size of the rooms at Old Key West are massive. We just stayed in a 1-bedroom at Old Key West. I think it was close to 950 square feet.
Yeah.
Washer dryer, huge balcony. They have, you know, like a big table with 4 chairs. You know, most balconies you get a little bitty table and 2 chairs. It was awesome. It was huge. I mean, we could have, I think it slept 1, 2, 3, 5. Did it sleep 5 people?
Yes.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
5.
But lots and lots of room. It was awesome.
Yeah, you're not bumping into everybody.
Right.
It's got cool, you know, counters, full kitchen. That's what I love about the 1-bedrooms and bigger. I love the full kitchens.
Mhm.
You know, it's like if you're going to
And
go.
the washer dryer.
And the washer dryer is cool. But even at the Riviera, when we stayed at the Riviera and we were in the studio, the washer dryer was just right down the hall from our room. So that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And that's another cool thing about DVC. You get free laundry. You go to the laundry place, even if you're renting points,
Right.
as long as you're in a DVC studio, it costs you nothing for laundry. You
Yeah.
go do your laundry. They even had the soap and everything.
Well, I had to pay for the soap when we did laundry
At Riviera.
at Riviera.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your washer dryer is in your DVC unit, they give you soap. But if you, like, we stayed at the Riviera and I did laundry, which would happen to be like down the hall. It's free to do laundry, but you have to pay for the little, if you don't bring your own.
Yeah, and they have the little vending machines.
Yeah. So, which I think is a really cool perk. You know, I mean, doing laundry on vacation is a lot more fun than doing laundry at home. I don't know why.
She smokes crack.
I know.
I don't want to. I like. She doesn't even do laundry at home. I do.
I know you do it. Maybe that's why it's fun, because I never do it at home. So Jen says they bought at Bay Lake Tower in 2008. Wow. Yeah, you could sell that puppy right now and make some bank. That would be awesome. We haven't ever stayed at Bay Lake Tower except for the 2-bedroom. We've never stayed in the studio, have we?
Yeah, we did. We stayed on one Halloween. We went to.
No, that was a 1-bedroom.
No.
Yeah.
It was?
It was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
we haven't stayed at a studio at Bay Lake Tower.
Yeah.
Just a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom.
So
Darn.
Chris
Sucks.
asks, if we were to buy another contract, where would you buy it?
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom?
Mhm.
At this point, I would actually consider Old Key West too.
Yeah, I would. I would consider Old Key West because that's another area. Because, you know, Old Key West, Disney Springs, Animal Kingdom.
True. Yeah, they're pretty close.
So.
But I loved Old Key West. I mean,
it took me forever to get her there too.
It did. You know, it's no secret that I'm kind of snooty.
Kind of.
You know, and I don't know. I just thought Old Key West was kind of like quiet and, you know, it's just too mellow for me. Not enough going on, but I really enjoyed it. So I think if we were going to buy more points, it would probably be Old Key West or
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. Don't do the studio at Old Key West. Is that what you're saying? Or the studio at Bay Lake Tower?
Bay Lake Tower.
Okay, Bay Lake Tower.
Yeah.
So Tiffany says, we bought Polly in 2007. You haven't stayed there yet? Wow. You must have like some serious points banked up.
Yeah, no joke.
Are you staying in like the Overwater bungalow?
Yeah.
With all those points?
Just to answer Tiffany's question, is like, if you already have a direct contract, I would buy resale.
Yes.
Because if you don't have direct, I would get direct. I would get some points in a direct contract.
Yeah, I don't know what the minimum. Do any of you guys know what the minimum point purchase is on a new direct contract right now?
It might be 100 points.
It might be 100 points.
I think it's 100 points.
When we bought, it was 50.
Yeah.
You had to buy a minimum of 50 points direct.
But I would buy at least one direct contract just because then you're open to all the resorts because people with resale contracts can't use their points at the Riviera or anything else that's new that will be built.
Okay. I got that at first, Jennifer. 75 or 190. I was like, 190?
Wow, that's a lot.
And a really weird number, too.
Tiffany says it's 125.
125? Okay.
It's been steadily going up because, like you said, in 17, it was only 50 points. And then it went to like 75, then it went to 100.
Right.
So it may be 125 minimum now.
Right.
So, but, you know.
Which is, it's a big chunk of change.
That's a big chunk of change, yes.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, you know, the discounts make a difference.
Yeah. A few glasses of wine and big fingers. I'm right there with you. It's not wine, but it's the same thing. So, yeah, we would buy again would you buy more points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Because we have a total of what? 220.
220.
I hate weird numbers.
No.
I would like to have like 250 or
if I could find an 80-point contract at either Animal Kingdom or
Key West
for the right price, yes, I would buy 80 points.
I don't think they cap you at 1,000 points.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that. I don't know what kind of lucky duck has 1,000 points.
I've seen some pretty large contracts for sale.
We've seen some pretty big, 500-600 point contracts for sale.
1,000 points. That's a lot.
Oh, capped at 2,000. Okay.
All right. I won't be hitting that number.
No, we won't even come close to that.
No.
That's still a bundle of points.
Yeah, it's like that's where you go for a week in the bungalows.
Almost 500. Wow. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points there, Miss Disgo.
That is a lot of points. That would be awesome.
I'm so point envious of you right now.
Bob has point envy.
I know. Not only are you cute, but you got
I know. She's got everything.
You got points and everything.
Dang it. We were fortunate enough to meet Jennifer from Diz Goals when we were down in Disney World our last trip.
Yeah, it was great meeting you guys too, by the way.
If you guys don't watch her channel, please go watch because she's super
They just
nice.
started uploading their trip videos just like we did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what else? DVC wise, did you guys have any other questions for us? I want to know what your favorite resort. I know Jonathan W. You're going to say to Polly, what's your favorite resort you've stayed at that's not your home resort? What's yours?
Mine?
That's not your home resort.
I got to say probably the boardwalk. I love the boardwalk. There's something special about the boardwalk for me.
Okay.
My second would be Animal Kingdom.
She makes Mike work his ass off for me. I love that. I love it.
That's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I love the boardwalk too. Gosh, there's so many. I think still my favorite is either going to be the 1-bedroom at Copper Creek or the 1-bedroom at Old Key West. I just like the space.
Well, it all depends, because it's two of my favorite bars. It's like
it's all about the bars.
Duh. Have you not watched my channel?
I have.
Cool. You ought to join me sometime.
Hi, Tanya. So it really depends on, she asked how many points do you need per stay? It depends on where you're staying.
Time of year,
and the resort.
That's kind of where you're staying.
Well, okay. Resort and where you're staying. That is the same thing.
Yeah.
So they put out points charts. And you can look on the internet if you just Google DVC points charts. They will give you the breakdown of the months because DVC has seasons. So it goes depending on what's most popular. They have like a low season and a high season and everything in between. And then it depends on what resort you stay at, how many points per night it's going to cost. So
plus weekend nights too.
So Friday, Saturday nights are going to cost you more points than during the week.
Right. Usually it's only like 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes as much as 5.
So minimum is probably going to be, what is the lowest number of points?
I think 10.
10 points per night.
Yeah.
And then the highest, of course, is going to be it depends on the size of room you have.
The bungalows or cabins, they were like 150.
Hi, the Journey Awaits. How you guys doing? So let's see. I hope that answers your question. I would just Google DVC
I have to
charts.
look it up every time myself. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
If you are interested in like exploring DVC, we would highly recommend you renting points first. So there's a couple of places that we know of. There's a David's Vacation Rentals that's in Canada. Also, the DVC rental store that's here in the United States. If you go on their website and look for information, you kind of punch in dates of where you might want to be going to Disney. They'll tell you where you're interested in staying and how many points it's going to cost you.
Right.
So, because
and you pay them.
Yeah,
because basically what you're doing is you're taking the points that somebody that has a DVC contract doesn't want to use. And so they're the person, like let's say Kelly and I wanted to, rent out some of our points. We would book the stay in your name under our contract.
Right.
So, but then you pay whoever your broker is, whoever you're using, and they pay the DVC member.
Right.
So you never know who it is that's booking it for you.
Right.
Or whatever. But the DVC member does book for you.
Right.
In your name.
And when they were doing the dining plan, you could also add the dining plan in as well. Like within a week of when you stay.
Yes. And you also Magical Express. It's right there on the DVC website. Because when you're a member, you got access to the DVC website and you got a dashboard which tells you about loans and stuff and everything, blah, blah, blah. Everything you need to know, special DVC member events, all kinds of stuff like that, and special DVC merch because only DVC members can get this. Only the people with the blue cards. Hello. Anyway.
So I hope that didn't confuse you. It seems really confusing at first, this whole DVC points and how much it costs and use share and things like that. There is a lot to know about it, but once you kind of get the basics of it, it's really not as confusing as what it seems like. Right.
And the people that you are emailing, they are like experts at this. They've done it for tens of thousands of years, even longer than Disney's been open, I'm sure. Anyway, but they are so helpful and they will walk you through it.
Right. And if you want to rent points, it's super easy. And it's not scary. And we've never had an issue renting points.
No.
So, yeah. No, we are not into multi-level marketing, Chris.
No.
We just like to talk about stuff we love, I think.
Yes. And that's the journey awaits is who's that?
Oh, they didn't ask a question.
Yeah, right here.
They just said hi.
Well, I know, but he said I like the points. I like the DVC points better than other timeshares too.
Sorry, that just came up on the
because timeshares are like you have a certain amount of weeks you can use, and you have to use those weeks.
Right, you can use them at any time.
The DVC points, and if you don't use them, you bank them and you save them.
Right.
So you don't lose them unless you're stupid and you don't bank them.
Yeah, because you don't want to lose those points.
You don't want to lose those points. They're too valuable.
You're paying out the nose for those points.
Right. But you're not like pigeonholed into a certain time of year.
No. Yeah, because you can keep banking them and then just go whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, we got our resale contract from Fidelity Resales.
Yeah, Sean Ray was our person.
Okay. I think a lot of people do Fidelity. A lot of people have used Fidelity Resales. There's a lot of companies out there that do DVC resale. But that's just who we found the contract. Yeah, that's who we found the contract we wanted.
Sometimes some places have different contracts than the others. A lot of times they're duplicate. But this one, it just happened to pop up. Boom. That's where we wanted to be. That was the kind of point. That was the number of points we wanted, about the price
we were actually looking for an Animal Kingdom Lodge contract.
Right.
And I was like, hey, we were looking for 100 points at Animal Kingdom Lodge. But for some reason, the points at Animal Kingdom Lodge resale, it was getting more and more expensive.
They were getting really high.
For some reason, I don't know why. So we were like, hey, there's this one at Beach Club, and the price is really low per point. So do you want to do it? Yeah,
Jonathan, that was another reason why I was okay with buying, because I'm like, you know what? If we ever get in a bind, we can always sell them.
Right.
And we can sell them for more than what we bought them for. Because I believe we bought Polynesian at $176, and I think now they're up to around $225, $235.
I think so.
So that's like, a $50 a point raise right there.
Saying, they could make some bank.
Yeah,
they sold
big time.
Their Bay Lake Tower contract, like serious bank.
So that's like 50%. I mean 25% increase right there.
Yeah, Moonlight Magic. I want Moonlight Magic to come back.
Oh yeah, totally. I loved Moonlight Magic.
We were scheduled to do Moonlight Magic in March.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. But then
that didn't happen. obviously.
Would Kaya call it?
Auntie Rona.
Auntie Rona came to the party.
Auntie Rona
came to the party and just trashed the place.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Moonlight Magic. Oh, I thought MLM was multi-level marketing. Okay. That's what one beer does to my brain. So
you know what? If you guys, I would watch this channel every day.
Yes, Moonlight Magic. We have done Moonlight Magic a couple of times.
Yeah. I remember our first time was just on a whim. We were just found out about it like the day before we were leaving, and it was the night we got there.
Yeah.
And it was raining, and that was before Moonlight Magic. That was like one of the first Moonlight Magics they started.
I think so.
And so it wasn't that popular yet. Now it's like you got to jump on it as soon as it comes up.
I know. I was so upset. One time I was like in the virtual queue for Moonlight Magic at Disneyland because we had actually bought plane tickets in anticipation of going to Moonlight Magic at Disneyland. So I get in the virtual queue and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And you know how this goes if you've ever been in a virtual queue. And then it kicks me out and it says, "We're sorry, it's full." And I was like, do you remember that?
Yeah, there was steam coming out of her ears. She was so mad.
But because we had bought our plane tickets to go and we were just going to like fly in for the weekend
and
do Moonlight Magic and then
leave the next day. We were going to,
You know, because to Disneyland.
We even had a hotel room booked.
We did.
We were going to stay off property.
Were we going to stay?
Yeah, we were going to stay at the Marriott.
Oh, okay.
The Mary Watt the Mary Watt front gate. That's which one we wanted.
The Mary Watt.
Mary Watt?
We're going to start a new chain of hotels and call it the Mary Watt.
Mary Watt.
Mary Watt. Welcome to Friday night at Bob and Kelly's house.
It ain't this fun as most times. It's you guys make it that much fun. Yes. That's what you do. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So what has been your least favorite DVC?
Saratoga Springs.
Okay. Why?
Well, we were there before they started renovating stuff, and the fan was like wonky. We turned it on, Kelly was like, "Turn it off! It's gonna fly off!
It's gonna fly off and chop my forehead off."
Like, wicked. And the carpet was disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, so it was not pretty. It was right before they renovated it, and it was like, yeah.
I think that's probably my least favorite too. The second least, I think, was, and this is probably just because of the situation. We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Was it Kidani? Our very first DVC stay?
Yes.
They put us in at Kidani Village. At the very last, you know, any of you guys that have stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge or Kidani Village, you walk like from Epcot to Magic Kingdom just to get to your room, basically. So it was in the middle of the night. We got to our room. They only have the queen bed and the pull-out couch, and Kaya goes to do the pull-out couch, and it is stuck. It's not working.
It's more tragic than that.
Yes.
Because we flew in on different flights that day.
Yeah.
And Kelly and Kaya were supposed to fly out like early in the morning, and their flight got delayed because of a mechanical issue.
Right.
So they flew out like 3 hours later, and I was supposed to fly out like almost 6 hours after them because I had to work. It's just a work thing. Got to pay for it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so they get there. They're already kind of cranky because they were late.
And I missed my Beaches and Cream reservation.
Kelly was supposed to go to Beaches and Cream for lunch, and they were late. And so she was already kind of like on that
super salty train,
you know. And then I fly in, and it's like midnight, okay. And I stopped off at Disney Springs to go to Blaze Pizza to get a pizza because I hadn't eaten anything. And I go to pay for it
with your dining plan.
With my dining plan, and my dining plan didn't work. And I'm like going, what is the heck? You know, I'm thinking, I was pissed off about that. So I had a car, so I drove. They took the Magic. I drove to Animal Kingdom. I get there. It's like 12:30 in the morning, and Kelly, I go upstairs, and Kelly's like, the pull-out couch won't come out.
Yeah, he walks 800 miles to our room.
Yes, 801.
Pull-out couch
uphill in the snow.
Both ways.
Yes, after midnight and after my dining plan already. So I've already been to the desk once saying my dining plan didn't work and I don't understand why.
Right.
And the poor guy there was like, and he was just so nice and so sweet and he was great. And I just wanted to complain nicely, so I did. And anyway, he goes, well, I'm sorry, let me check. He checked. He goes, well, it shows you're activated. I'm sorry it didn't work. You know, if it ever doesn't work again, blah, 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 do this. And I go, I didn't want to do that. I want my freaking dining plan to work. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then I get through with him. I go upstairs and Kelly's like, pull-out couch doesn't come out.
Look like they're silent in the crowd right now.
I know. This is a great story. So, you know, pull up your jammies and everything like that. So instead of calling, because God only knows how long it's going to take them, I walk another 801 miles uphill.
Both ways.
In
the snow.
Back to the desk. And that poor guy sees me coming and he starts
like,
shaking, you know. But still, I was being polite.
Complain nicely.
And I was complaining nicely. I was like, the pull-out couch in our room does not pull out. And he goes, okay. I said, is there any way we can either change rooms or get another couch?
He's like, I got a 10-year-old kid that
and
needs to go to bed.
And I got a wife who's tired. I just flew in. I'm about ready to spit nails, which you don't want to see.
Yeah.
So can you please take care of this issue for me? And he gets on the phone. He goes back to the back room and he's talking to somebody here. He's probably like, okay, we got a ballistic situation here. We need to do something. Take care of this guy. And then, you know, I'm on my way back up to the room and Kelly calls me on my phone and says, the maintenance guy was here and he got it pulled out.
He fixed it.
And he showed me the trick to pulling it out. So there was a trick, you know, on this certain couch.
Right.
Which I'm like, okay, this is DVC. I'm not supposed to be dealing with this crap. First off, it's my dining plan. And then it's my freaking pull-out couch.
That was our first DVC stay.
It's our first DVC.
Like,
and I told the guy, I'm like going, why did I buy DVC? Right? And I'm like, this is the biggest BS I've ever had.
Right.
And so it's like 2 o'clock in the morning by the time everything gets straightened out, we get to bed. It's all done. But like right before we were ready to go to bed, the phone rings. And let me tell you, this made it all worth it. The guy who's that poor, you know, shaking cast member.
The guy at the desk.
The guy at the desk, cast member. And he's like, because you had so much problem today with everything, we're going to give you a $300 credit
to your account
to spend any way you want.
Right. He's like, so sorry for all this.
We know this was your first visit. This should not have happened. It should have been smooth sailing. You had problem after problem. It's late. We get you. We're going to take care of you.
Here's $300.
Here's $300.
Have fun.
Use it.
So we were like, okay.
All right. Cool.
That made
it.
Like,
that
okay.
Just, the water's calm. The tempest was gone. The smoke calmed down. It was gone. You know, Kai was snoring. So
Kai was snoring.
Yeah, she was already dead.
So it was cool because we split it up between the three of us.
Yeah, we bought $100 worth of souvenirs.
Like, what do you want to buy with what do you want to buy with your $100? So it actually made it cool and very memorable.
Well, yeah, and then the next day you wake up and you're on your balcony and all the animals are there and you're like going, wow. This is really some kind of awesome.
Yeah. So Kelly did shop.
Just
a little bit. Yeah. You can only buy so much with the $100 at Disney, as you know. But yeah, it did have an amazing ending. It's some great pixie dust.
Yeah,
that we got.
But that's our experience mostly with DVC anyway. If you ever have an issue, it just they make it work.
They take care of you.
They kind of and then when this is another reason why I'll just praise DVC forever is because after the lockdown was over, DVC was the only people that were allowed back. At first, and then it was pass holders. It was DVC, then pass holders, then residents. So they take care of you. They do take care of you. They
really do take care of you. And Bob, I hate to call people and talk to them on the phone. Bob's like, I will call DVC, the reps, any day of the week and talk to them because they're so nice.
Oh yeah, we have combos and everything. I'm like, hey, daughter's wedding, I'll be there. I'll bring flowers. It's great. And they're like, thanks, man. You're cool. They even tell me secrets about how they use the phonetic alphabet. They use Disney names. They have cheat sheets.
Right.
Did y'all know that?
So yeah, it really, if a lot of people ask us if it's worth it or not, And the answer is 100% yes.
100%.
It has been totally.
It is worth it for us.
It is for us
because that's just where we want to go. You could spend your money on a lake cabin. You could spend your money, on a condo, in the mountains, a condo at the beach, whatever. This is our condo at the beach.
Yeah, it really is. I'm sure a lot of you guys get asked, "You're going to Disney again? Like, what do? You do the same thing every time you go?" And it's like, no, it's actually different every single time that we go. There's so many different things to do and different restaurants to try and we try to stay at a different resort almost every trip.
It's really hard to get her to stay somewhere different.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, because she always goes back to the familiar.
No, it's not. It's not.
I want to tell you my life with Kelly and booking things. Nothing's set in stone.
La, 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 la.
I even have a bet with her this time for our next trip.
It's hard for me. Okay, because y'all know that I have FOMO bad. So I always think there's something better out there.
And you know what's funny? We usually end up at the same spot we started every time. And we have booked, rebooked, unbooked, rebooked 2-3 times. And Kai and I just put a tally mark with it.
How many times is Mom going to change the
plans?
plans?
And then there's like this last one, we've changed it like twice already. And I said, I'll bet it changes again. Kelly's like, nope, it's not changing again. I said, okay, here's the deal. If it does not change, I will buy your Pandora charm for you next trip.
So it's going to be really hard.
And so she's like going, wow, we could rent a car. I said, that's a change.
Yeah.
And then she's like, crap.
Yeah. So Jennifer, you get it. Jody, yes. DVC members do get, I believe it's 10% discount on tours.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I believe it's 10%. When we just came back from Disney a couple weeks ago, they were offering annual pass holders 30% discount on merchandise.
No, the DVC too.
And DVC. So, and it's also the same with dining.
Yeah.
DVC and annual pass holders get 10% on
dining.
Restaurants.
Yes, restaurants.
At Disney.
Yes.
So it does make it worth it to ask. Sometimes we forget to ask, since we usually have been big creatures of habit with the dining plan. When the dining plan went away, we hope it comes back because we were big fans of it.
I love the
dining plan.
I know Disney, they're probably getting the better. They're not with us because I can eat.
Right.
And Kai, nobody's ever seen Kai eat. This child can put it away. That girl can stuff some groceries down her throat. I guarantee you. And she does not. She loves food. She loves a meal.
She likes expensive food.
And she likes it. Yeah, she likes oysters. She likes
steak,
filet mignon. Yeah. She likes.
Yeah. So when they got rid of the dining plan, we were like, "What are we going to do?" Without the dining plan. So I was like, "Oh yeah, now we got to remember to ask. Do you guys do DVC and annual pass?
Discounts?
Discount. So yeah, it'll save you. It doesn't save you on alcohol, but it will save you on
the food.
The food.
And snacks sometimes. No, I don't think it works on snacks.
I don't think it does on snacks. I'm not sure. DVC can buy tables in Wonderland. Do you know, Jennifer, if we can buy tables in Wonderland at the moment? Because I know they had stopped selling tables in Wonderland for a while. Tanya says, we finally stayed in the Destino Tower in February. Isn't it awesome?
Love it.
Yeah. I'm going to just tell you one thing about the Riviera. It's a beautiful, beautiful resort. If you have sensitivity to aromas, it was hard for me to stay there.
Yeah, it was pretty strong.
It's the aroma scent that they put in the lobby.
And the room.
And the room, it was pretty floral. It made me like physically sick, like headachy sick. I have really sensitive nose, I guess. I don't know. Hi, Mike. So yeah, if you have a sensitivity to aromas, just know that. I mean, we can even go to Topolino's for dinner and I'll come home with a headache because of the
aroma.
Perfumey aroma. And which sucks because I love it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful,
I like
beautiful resort.
Too. It is pretty.
And the rooms are really pretty. But yeah. Okay, still no sign of tables in Wonderland. Yeah. We've never bought tables in Wonderland.
I said Jennifer heard fall, late summer or fall.
Okay. Tables in Wonderland.
Mhm.
Okay.
We really didn't bother with Tables in Wonderland because we always did the DDP.
Yeah.
And it was just, but why? Why? If you're doing the DDP, why use Tables in Wonderland?
Because yeah. I mean, but it does give you a discount on alcohol too, which for us could.
But we had it already included.
True. Well, one drink.
One drink, but still, that's a discount on alcohol, isn't it?
It is.
If you buy another one, it's almost like 2 for 1.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to look into it. After they open it back up, because what is it? Is it $150 for like annual pass holders and stuff? $200 for people. So, yeah. So you might want to go, Tanya, and visit the Riviera. Just go book a dinner or something there,
or just go hang out,
go hang out. You can get there on the Skyliner. So a lot of times, if you're driving in,
they won't let you in.
They won't let you in at the guard gate because they want you to have a dining reservation.
You can book a DVC tour.
Oh, you can?
Yes, at the Riviera.
You can book a DVC tour.
And they will take you through, they will show you all 3.
Right.
Actually, 4
yeah.
in the Riviera.
So you may want to go and check it out and see if it bothers you at all.
And the DVC tours, that's not even a sales presentation.
No, you just go look at the rooms.
You just go look at the rooms. You say, I want to go look at the rooms, and they'll put your name on a list so the guard will let you in if you're driving.
Right.
So, and by the way, we did the cabin and the bungalow last trip, and we will put up tours.
That was really fun.
Of the bungalows and the cabins. And the cabins are cool.
They are. I want to know if any of you guys have ever stayed in any of the bungalows. The bungalows at Polynesian, thanks 50-year-old brain, and the cabins at Copper Creek. I want to know if any of you guys have ever stayed there. We actually liked the cabins at Copper Creek better.
I did.
Yeah.
I like the layout better. I mean, it was cool. The Poly was cool.
It's super cool.
And you're over the water, but and
you can see the castle, which is amazing.
Yeah, but it's a view thing. If you're in for the view, then the Poly's where you want to be. Yeah. If you're just cool about relaxation and just having a really awesome place to stay, the cabins.
Yeah. The cabin at Copper Creek at Christmas would be a dream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be like. So if there's anybody else that wants to get together, we can rent the points, for it and split the cost, and we'll just go.
What is it like?
It sleeps 8.
It does. What is it? Is it 300 points a night?
No, it's not that much.
I think it is.
I think it's like 110.
No, it's got to be higher than that.
I don't think so. It depends on what season you go.
What, Kaya? It was like 115.
See? I told you.
I don't know. Bye, Charlie. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you guys have a good weekend.
Yeah, sorry I cut you off.
Yeah.
I wasn't serious.
Why did you cut him off?
I said,
for
the one question.
Oh, the one question.
Yeah.
He wasn't serious.
No.
No, we have not ever stayed in the tree houses at Saratoga Springs.
No.
Hi. I know. Let's pull the point. If you could pool the points with another family, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would be, but I don't think they let you do that. I don't know. We can always check. I could get on the phone and talk to one of my buds.
Yeah.
Hey, DVC, can you pool points with people?
I guess we could rent the points.
Yeah, if you rented the points and just split the cost.
Yeah. Because there's still like $20, $21 a point?
No, I think renting is it depends on who you rent from. I think it's 20.
Yeah. I know the tree houses look really cool. I think they're ready for a refurb, though. I mean, we haven't stayed there, but I've seen pictures of it, and they look like they could be ready for a refurb. Those tree houses, but they look amazing. What do they sleep like 10?
Oh, I don't know. Bedrooms? I thought it was like 8, just like
no. I think it's like 10. I think those Treehouse Villas sleep 10.
They have 3 bedrooms. Wow. Yeah, so that's probably 10, maybe 12.
Yeah. Hey, James Ryan, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I think they do sleep 10, the Treehouse Villas. But do you have anything else you want to say, DVC wise? Any other questions you guys have for us about DVC stuff?
No, just know that I'm a fan.
Obviously.
I am. I would shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
It's like I was so skeptical at first and, felt sorry for the little guys that stand out there and try to sell DVC stuff. And I just know that I'm just, I could be their official spokesperson.
You could. I guess if you ever wanted like a retirement job, you could be
I could
like
be DVC Bob.
the DVC guide guy.
The guide guy.
8. Okay, thank you. Only sleeps 8.
See? Just the same.
The same.
It's the same.
I don't know. I guess you could sleep 2 more people out on that deck.
I guess you could just, put them in a hammock.
Yeah, put them on a sleeping bag on a cot out there.
There's some chairs.
There you go. That would work.
Bye, Jennifer.
Bye, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good weekend. Oh, that's nice, Mike. Thank you for checking out Dizgold's channel.
Yes, I do think that they will eventually get reflections built.
Yeah, I think they will.
I think they'll start it up probably either this summer or next year.
I'm interested to see how different Reflections is going to be from Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, it's supposed to be like really cool.
Is it?
Like Princess and the Frog kind of themed.
Oh, that's right. I had totally forgotten about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Princess and the Frog theme. Which, by the way, I wish they would open back up the French Quarter in Riverside.
I know. Who else misses the French Quarter in Riverside? Because we do. I haven't heard anything about when they're going to open that back up again.
Nope.
Have you?
Nope.
Yeah.
Not a word.
So I bet you maybe take 2 or 3 years probably for them to build Reflections, don't you think?
I don't know. They put Riviera up pretty quick. It was almost like a year and a half, and that sucker was built. So I know once they get started, it goes pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
So
They do. Skeptical. I know. That's one of our only regrets is that we didn't buy DVC sooner and we didn't buy more points.
Yep.
In the very beginning.
Because it would have been easy just to buy them right up front. But, you hear these large numbers.
You do. When
and
you get up into the that's like buying a car.
It's like buying half a house.
Basically. But, if we had bought more points then when it was $176 a point, now buying direct is over $200 a point pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you came up with 120 points. Because you were like, 120. Do you remember that?
I think that's the number he threw at me. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So why didn't we buy 125?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I don't have a clue. I just know that it was like a good number, and it was like we could probably do 3 stays with 120 points. And, so we'll do 120.
Okay.
We could do at least 2 full stays.
You did 150 points. I wish we had done 150 points in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's why you go back and buy resale.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's run over the differences real quick between buying direct and buying resale for anybody that might want to know.
Okay. Buying direct, you are in like Flynn. You get access to all resorts, the Alani, all the original 8.
Top of the World Lounge.
Top of the World Lounge. You get discounts. You get your DVC discounts. You get the DVC. Special merch. You get DVC, Gold Pass access through, the Florida Gold Pass. So it saves you money there. And pretty much you get whatever's available. Resale contract, you get to stay at DVC. Only the original 8.
Right.
You don't get the discounts.
Your contract's a little shorter, which may be not a bad thing,
Mm-hmm. I don't think it gets discounts. Do you get discounts? I know they said you don't get the little card if you're resale.
No, you don't get the blue card when you're resale, so you might not get.
I don't think you get the
discounts if you don't have a blue card.
No.
If we're wrong, will you guys let us know?
Yeah, and you don't have access to the lounges.
Right. You get the DVC lounge at Epcot.
Right.
Get into the parties when they bring them back when you buy direct.
Right.
So there really are some.
You might be able to do that when you're not direct too.
To the parties?
Yeah, to the parties.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't.
We just know that if you go direct, you get everything.
Yeah.
So,
but you pay a lot more for it.
You do pay a lot more for it up front, but like I said, the savings that we have made through it is more than worth it because just merch discounts and room, everything. So.
And if you can swing the price difference between buying direct and buying resale, if you think of it as an investment, and maybe you're not going to keep it for 50 years, maybe you're going to will it to your kids and they'll have it for 25 years. You're going to make money.
Yeah.
If you sell it.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan said, hold on to it for what, 4 years?
4 years, then you'll make your money back.
And then you'll make your money back.
Plus some.
Plus. So, it is kind of worth it to bite the bullet, and pay it out.
Yeah.
It is for us anyway. You can get resale.
Yeah, it's like...
can resale get the discount on gold passes?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think they can, no.
So that's the only bummer about buying resale.
I mean, you get it for a cheaper price, yes.
Definitely cheaper
price. It's a way cheaper price. I mean, you're still paying the same maintenance fees, though, that we would anyway if you were direct.
Right.
I think the only benefit is you can get more points for less money,
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Right.
But your contract's going to be the same. So even because our contract, ends in 2051.
What is our beach club contract? 35 years?
2057.
Okay.
Our poly ends in 2057.
No, our poly contract was 50 years. Our
2067.
Yeah.
Our poly contract ends in 2067, which would be, I would be 104. So I plan on using every single one of them. Anyway. And our beach club ends in 2040, I think.
I don't remember.
2048 something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So it's a shorter contract.
Yeah.
We get less time with it, but it's going to be plenty of time for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was 2042.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mike, we didn't really talk a whole lot of financials besides this. So, you can always ask us directly.
Mm-hmm.
Financials. I mean, basically, you have to just kind of figure out what you want to spend and if it's worth it to you to buy direct, to have the blue card and the perks and the annual passes. Right.
Yeah. Because, the thing is, we did a 10-year loan. It was a 10-year loan at 12%. There's some numbers for you, Mike. Anyway.
Which is high percent.
It's not really that bad back then. It wasn't, because it was, precision rates were around 8%. Anyway.
But you can refinance.
Yeah, you could refinance. But anyway, would you stop interrupting, please?
That's my job.
Anyway, so we bought 10-year contract, 12%. It's going to be paid off after the 10 years. All we pay is maintenance fees. We have 40 years of DVC, which is paying maintenance fees, which I said before pretty much covers the cost of a platinum pass instead of a gold pass.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the only difference is there's blackout dates, which we wouldn't go there at that time anyway.
Yeah, we never go
because it's too crowded.
Yeah, and spring break.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So.
I mean, that doesn't include December. That's like the week of Christmas and New Year's, and that's like it.
Right, James. You have such a good point. Going along on a blue chip stock, buying direct and enjoying the ownership, it is very well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You pay premium for it up front and for a little while. That's just how we decided to finance ours. Everybody can finance theirs differently. You can get a personal loan from your bank and finance it. We just financed ours through DVC.
Yeah, because it's easy.
Because it was a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And it worked for us, and it was like, okay, let's just do it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do pay premium for it. For us, it's been very well worth it.
It's been worth it.
So, yeah. We just went over an hour. So, are you ready to wrap this baby up?
Looks like we might have to.
Okay. The only regret you'll have is not buying more points.
Exactly. There you go. See? And that was like right off the bat when we got home. Why the hell did we buy more points?
Yeah.
It's like, because he's just like, it's all these numbers swimming in your head. And you're like, oh, okay, that's a
well, and it is scary. At first you think, wow, that's a big chunk of change for, vacations. But
yeah. But we're already halfway done.
We are already halfway done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been very well worth it.
Yeah. And we've used the crap out of it.
We have used the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we got more points. We're going to use the crap out of that too.
We are.
So be prepared for more videos.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, spending some time with us on your Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you so much. We love you guys. We have a live stream with our best buds, Emma and John, on Sunday. It's going to be 12 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock UK time.
Yeah.
Talking with Emma and John. If you can, please join us then.
Uh-huh.
And travel vlog coming out on Sunday.
Travel vlog, yay!
Right? Yeah.
All right, guys.
All
Thanks
right.
so much for watching.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget, if you're new to this channel, hit that button, ding that bell,
Give us a thumbs up.
put up them thumbs.
We really do appreciate it so much. We appreciate you guys being in the chat and your questions and just, talking with us.
And feel free to, instant message Kelly. Any other questions?
Yes.
Because she is like the message queen.
Yeah. Do not hesitate to ask me
Don't bother doing it to me.
because he won't answer.
Because I won't even know you did it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm oblivious.
If y'all have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask us because we're more than happy to answer.
Ask her.
All right.
Okay.
All right. You guys have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Mama, I made a really cool Minecraft house.
She's trying to end the live stream because she hit the wrong button. Here we go.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, finally. Here we go.